Okay, we're good. Okay, so this is basically just going to be like a recap of everything that, well, not everything. I wish I could literally pour into you guys the last like 3 to 4 days. I don't even know how long we were there because it was honestly so much fun. I am not a crier, and I bawled like a freaking baby. So that should just tell you how great it was. I feel so much like I can't even put to words how I feel about my business right now. Like, I don't know, like, good. Like, I just genuinely, I'm so excited. And like, it just like was this I mean, it wasn't even that big of like a transition. I don't even want to say it. Just like something in my brain just like switched over this weekend, and like, we're like gonna go ambassador, and like I genuinely feel that like in my heart and soul. So I have like a huge piece of paper full of all my notes that I took. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get our other leaders on here that were at retreat to just go and like talk about what they learned, and if they touched on anything that I have written down, I'm obviously not going to go over that. And then if they wrote down something that I didn't write down, I'll be sure to write that down. But either Danny, Jordan, or AJ, whichever one of you guys want to go first, it doesn't matter to me. Okay, AJ, I'm picking you because your eyebrow raised.
I took away so much, but I think that, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, sorry, my Zoom was like being funky when I was trying to get on, so I wasn't sure. But just like, I'm really yellow, so this is something that I already do. Like, I really love like personal connections and like just making friends and talking to people, and like I care more about like other people sometimes than I do about myself. But I just learned a lot of like tips about like building those relationships with your customers, which sounds kind of weird because like you don't know those people, but like just simple things like following up, like saying like, how is this going? And like, if it's not going great or they hate it, like, okay, well, let's do this. Or just like that genuine, like checking in, like it takes 3 seconds out of your day. And then they're like, okay, well, she actually cares. And then the same thing, like with your team, like try to get to know them on a more personal level, because when they start to struggle, like, you know how to help them, and you know how to motivate them, you know how to support them and encourage them. And like, I think somebody mentions how like they can't like keep track of like all the customers, but genuinely like it's 3 seconds out of your day, and in the long run those customers are going to do more than 3 auto shipments. Like they're going to keep building, and they're going to keep ordering. Can't talk, mom brain. They're going to keep ordering, and then they're going to talk to their friends and be like, this is working for me, because you helped them find a product that they're happy with and they're satisfied with, and they respect like your integrity, and they don't just see you as a salesperson, if that makes sense. So I think that was like one of the biggest things that I took away from retreat.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, I know that that is something that I just like stabbed myself. I'm so sorry. Okay, that's something that I personally struggle with so badly. Like, I don't know. I just never have had like consistency, I guess, with just like having that relationship with my customers. Like, I check in with them, but I feel like it's literally just me talking to a brick wall. And it's like, I feel so bad, and like, because I'm just like, you like want me to like help you and like help you like reach these goals, but like you don't respond to me. And like, I definitely like, I actually wrote that down because like you saying it like reminded me of things that were said, because like they were like giving us tips about like how to actually like have good conversations and just like genuinely like follow up with your customers, because like they bought from you for a reason. And like, if you never hear from them again, like, if as long as you're reaching out to them, I mean, some people just aren't going to respond to you, that's just kind of how it is. But as long as you're making that effort to talk to them, like, I just feel like that's like so important.
Yeah, and then the other thing that like they touched on was just like being genuinely you. And like Shay tells me all the time, she's like, people like need to know you, and to just be like open about like what you go through. And like even like things like we were talking about, how all this all that this business, I cannot talk, I'm so sorry, all this business has done for each and every one of us. Like we're all a little bit different from when we first started, no matter if that's like your work ethic has improved or you're more confident or you're more able to talk to people. Like if you've stepped out of comfort zones, like whatever it's done for you more than just money, be loud and proud about that, because people, like, money's great, but at the end of the day, like, people want more than money. Like, everybody wants to grow, everybody wants to be better, and like to have those life experiences and to say like, this is what It Works has done for me, and not just say like, I make $1,000 from my phone all the time. Like, that's going to attract more people too.
Exactly, because like people are going to join this business for you, and like I've always said that from the beginning, because like people aren't going to join this business because AJ freaking Brewer joined It Works. Like they're going to join because AJ's an amazing mom. She's a mom of 2 kids. She's a mom of 2 kids under 2. Like, or not for long, but I'm not going to cry about that right now. That's fine. That's a later conversation. But like, you know what I mean? Like they're going to join AJ because she's AJ. They're not going to join AJ because she joined It Works. So just like sharing like who like you really are, and like I mean I even struggle with that, and like I try to be like a little bit more, because I'm like, I'm not goofy, I'm just really dumb. Like there's just like things that I do that I'm just like, you're so stupid, and like I try to like share more of those things, because like I mean even today like on my live I said something like funny, because like I showed this little studio apartment thing on my live, and I talked about something that happened, and a girl sent it to me and was like, oh my gosh, I know exactly what you mean. And it was like something like that, like a stupid mistake. I didn't even want to say stupid, it was just funny. It was just something that had happened, and she like related to me, and I had no idea who she was, and like things like that. So it's like just like sharing who you are, and like if you're like goofy, if you're crazy, like if you like to go out, share that, because there are other people in this world that want what you have, but they don't think they can do this because they're goofy and they're wild and they like to go out. But if they knew that side of you, they would be able to like, oh my gosh, and then they could be your next Ambassador Diamond, you know? So.
Yeah, like, and Shay mentioned, she was like, I could say one thing, but Shy could say it the same thing in a different way, and like it sparks a light bulb for somebody. So like I always think about that, because like we all do life posts, and like we all in a way say the same thing, but it could literally be how you say it that somebody connects with you.
Yeah, and I'm just going to talk about Jordan for a second, because I mean, like, Jordan was a potential of mine for like 5 or 6 months and ghosted me the entire time. And then AJ talked to her, and then she signed up in like 2 months. Just that something that AJ said, and like it just resonated with Jordan so much, or yeah, resonated with Jordan so much more, that like she trusted Jordan over trusting me, you know? And it's just like, I'm not like throwing shade at Jordan or anything. Y'all know what I mean. But it's just like something that AJ said just clicked with her, and that's why she joined her. And then look at her now. I mean, she's a diamond going double. So it's just like really sharing like who you are, because like that is so important. Never try to be anyone else. For the longest time, I thought you had to have long blonde hair to be successful in this business. It's not true. You do not have to have long blonde hair. But yeah, it's just like genuinely being you. And like I feel like that is so freaking important, and just like using your own life post, making your own stories, because like I noticed like the stories that I use are so different. I'm just gonna say like Jordan's, like her like this is like my journey type of thing. Ours look so different, but that's Jordan. Like that is who Jordan is, you know? So it's just like genuinely just like being yourself and sharing that. Just because like that's just like so super important. So did you have any other tips, or is that the only thing?
I kind of have a lot, but my mind is kind of everywhere, so I'm gonna let them go, and then I might like say some more stuff.
That's fine, don't worry. Okay, Danny, you could go ahead and go.
Okay. Hang on, okay, can you hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so basically, if you're not diamond and above, or you have not got into like an event or anything like that, you need to get to one, because retreat was on like a different level of like getting to an event, but it's like almost the same fire. So that's the first thing. Like we have so many things like try-its, green carpet is like sold out, but conference, they're probably going to be announcing conference stuff like sometime within the next couple months. So just keep that in mind, because you missed that, but conference and events are only going to help you get to that point next year. So that's just,
I feel like retreat built my fire more than conference did, honestly.
yeah, like literally. It's
I left retreat and went triple, but like I left conference and went triple, and like I'm about to leave retreat and like go presidential, and then might as well just jump to ambassador, because yeah, it's just gonna be great. Sorry, I had to throw that in there.
yeah, it just sparks a fire with you, and getting around those like-minded people is like key to sparking your business. But I have like so many notes also. I talked about some of them on Shay's Zoom, but I found ones that I forgot I wrote. So I'm going to go over those ones. And if you don't know who Amber Parker is, she is literally an amazing leader. And she said, she kind of went over like leadership and just like a bunch of random tips that I wrote down. And some of them that I loved were, as a leader, like it's pretty self-explanatory, but whether you have someone under you or not, like you always have to be leading from the front and doing the most. And if you have people under you, you need to be setting an example, and each rank is going to require more and more. I don't work like I like now as I did when I went Ruby. Like I think I went Ruby on like the 25th or like 26th, and then I just like stopped working. And like most promotions at this point, like you're going to be working on it until the end of the month. So like more and more, always leading from the front. And then she mentioned something how we all literally just commit one time to the business, but then we have to make the decision every day to commit to like growing our business. And that really stuck with me because like I don't know, we can go ahead and push the submit button and be like, yeah, I'm so pumped. But like, if you don't commit to yourself that you're going to like actually try and do something, and you just sit there and are like, okay, like when are these customers going to sign? When are these people going to join my team? You're just going to like sit in one place. So like, if you're brand new, commit yourself 90 days of like full on like intentional work, like working super closely with your leader, your team, like building connections. And then if it does not work, or I mean, don't give up after 90 days, but if like for some reason you literally are just like, I don't know if this is for me after 90 days, then like discuss it with someone and figure it out. But like, you can't give up before 90 days. Trust me.
Yeah, I definitely feel like within 90 days, like that's when like you really see like actual growth. Because I mean, like within my first 90 days, I was Ruby and I was making like $500 a month. And then like the next 90 days, I was already Emerald pushing for Diamond. And then like 30 days, I was Diamond. Then I was pushing for Double after 30 days. And it's just, or excuse me, after 90 days. And it's just like crazy just because, I don't know, like, I mean, like growth can happen in a month, but if you give like literally 110% for 90 days, like working super closely with your leader, there's no reason why you can't promote once a month in that time. Like there's no reason why you can why you can't jump up 3 ranks. Did I say that right? Yeah. Why you can't jump up 3 ranks during that 90-day period if you are literally working 110% with your leader and like with your team. Yeah, kind of throw that in, sorry.
And then that kind of flows into, it just made me think about one. Pam Souter, she said, live in your own integrity. And I know someone talked about this on Shakespeare, but this is like mind-blowing because we always like, we want to prove other people wrong and stuff and like get that recognition. But like, whenever we don't do something, like literally no one can know except yourself. And I know if I don't get my stuff done every single day, like literally it like eats me. Like I go to bed like, oh my god, I didn't do what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm a Diamond leader and I'm supposed to be showing my team like this is what I'm doing. So live in your own integrity. Always like it's not gonna hurt anybody but yourself. And yeah, I saw AJ wanted to comment, so go ahead, because I just kind of like, it's just an important point. There's not really much to elaborate on besides be true to yourself.
Right. And I kind of talked about that the other day. I know some of y'all like heard me talk about that when I was like, who are you cheating but yourself? Like at the end of the day, like if your upline wants it, your upline is going to promote with or without you. Your team is going to promote with or without you. And you may be able to like run an auto shipment for a while, but like it's not like basically like if you're not doing the work, even if like you say like I'm going to do this, or like in the accountability chat, if you say like I messaged 50 people and like you just keep saying things like that, like the truth is going to come to light. Like you're not going to enroll, or like you're not going to progress. And so basically you're just cheating yourself. Like don't waste your own time, you know?
Yeah, I love that.
And then the only other thing I really had like that stuck out, and it always sticks out every time I hear it. We were like, Shay like joked around and was like, so Pam, or I think it was Pam, or maybe Amber, I don't know. But one of like the corporate side of the company, she was like always joking, like, oh, like since you're on corporate, can you like give us like a hint of what's like happening? And she obviously can't tell us actually what's like coming out and stuff, but they always say like this team, as in like the company as a whole, is going beyond $1 billion. And I hear it all the time that our company can literally pay out like millions of dollars a month to like the distributors, like all the distributors. They have enough to pay us out $1 million, enough compensation.
Like one person, by the way, like one person is able to be paid out to $1 million. So
One person
put that in perspective, because like, wow.
I mean, if one person can make $1 million, imagine like, heck, I'd be okay with $100,000, $50,000, like for real. Like obviously, like it just puts it in perspective that our company literally is setting us up for so much success, and we're already like worthy of it. We already deserve it. We just have to take initiative and go get it. Cause like, I don't know.
Yeah, and like another thing that she adds on to that, which like gives me chills every single time, she always says like, we're going beyond $1 billion, so how much of it do you want? And I'm like, the whole thing. Here's my routing number. Here you go. You know, it's just like, it literally blows my mind every single time. Because I mean, I was talking to Shay about that, and it was after conference when after she got done talking to everyone in VIP, and like Pam was literally saying like she was like genuinely like not upset, but you guys know what I mean. And she was just like, why hasn't anyone like earned $1 million a month? And they were kind of like, what? And Pam was like, the comp plan is set up to do that, so why haven't y'all done it? And we were all like, oh, like, okay, sorry, you know? So it's just so crazy to me to see like how like just looking down on everyone, like they know what's coming. And like, I have my guesses. I have my conspiracies, is that the right word? You know what I mean? I have my guesses as to what I think is coming. And I mean, if I'm not mistaken, there's 9 new products coming out before the end of 2019. It is literally almost August, you guys. 9 new products. I don't know how many months that is, but it's not 9. So that means more than one product's coming out a month, and we're having an entire new line of products. So I mean, like, I don't even think majority of you guys were in this business when the full keto line dropped. That took me all the way to double. Like, that took me from being Ruby, well, actually not even commission qualified January of 2018 to ending the year being paid as double diamond. I mean, like, that's like huge growth within a team. And I was even pushing for triple at that time. So I mean, like, it's crazy to see like what the smallest product can do. I mean, like, most of you guys were here in January. TFX took us to triple diamond, you know? So I mean, like, it's just so crazy to see what one simple product can do. So the fact that 9 are coming out before the end of the year, I'm shook. So yeah.
But that's all I had to say, really.
Okay. Jordan, do you have signal now?
I can kind of go off of what you were just talking about for a second too.
Okay.
So like about like new products and stuff, and really just like products in general, how can you get excited about like the things that we sell if you've never used them ever in your life? And like sometimes I have like new people tell me like, I just can't afford it, like I just can't get it. But like, you kind of can't afford not to. Like, you kind of have to have your own results and know what things do and like how they work, and know that like so personally, I was a customer before I was ever a distributor, and I used wraps. And once I saw that like those worked, and then I saw Cheyenne join the business and she got success, like I already knew that like the stuff worked, and so I felt more confident selling it. I feel like sometimes,
even for me personally, I was a customer before I joined too, and like I was a customer for someone. I think she's still in the business, and I joined with Shay, who is a completely different person, completely different team, because I saw Shay's success. But I saw what that HSN did for me in 30 days, growing my hair more than it ever had. And I was like, I want to do this. So, I mean, like, we're not saying to like I mean, obviously you guys are distributors, but don't like not join because you haven't tried the products. But I mean, like as soon as you get those products or as soon as you join, talk about other people's success and other people's results. So then as soon as you can get, or as soon as you get your kit in, you'll start getting those results. And I always encourage you guys to use them. And then like you'll have your shopping spree that you're working towards, your next auto shipment. Like it's like the more products that you try, I personally feel like the better, success, is that the right word? Yeah. Like the success you'll have.
Because,
and like, yeah, you can go off.
Because people have questions. People want to know, like, what does this taste like? And like, personally, to be honest, every cleanse that I've ever sold, like I told them, I straight up was like, it does not taste good. But that honesty and like me saying like, this is what it tastes like to me, or saying, or being able to like describe like, what does a wrap feel like? And just like that honesty and not like a scripted cleanse tastes like a prickly pear cactus. I don't even know what that means. Like, what is that? You know, like
I'm dead because I'm for fat fighters, but I know exactly what you mean.
That's just all that came to mind.
Yeah, because it's so true. Like, what's a prickly pear cactus?
What is that? Like, you want to be able to talk to you, and like, if I'm like, think about if the role was flipped. Think about if you were the potential customer.
Yeah,
if
like
somebody was like, it tastes like a prickly pear cactus, and like, just
I'd be
whatever.
like, okay, block.
Okay, like, no, thank you. You know, like they want real conversation. You know, and to be able to say like, these are my results. This is what, like, this is obviously my face and my hair, and like that's you. It makes it more, I guess, like believable, because a lot of people are skeptical. Like, be honest. And you can't really sell something with excitement and if you don't have faith in the products yourself, like if you haven't used them and experienced certain things yourself.
Yeah. So. I mean, like I can definitely like attest to that and saying how, I mean, like there's products that I haven't used, like New You, I don't have any purpose to gain weight. I can do that myself. I don't need help. But like other people have had success using it. So like when people come to me and they're like, hey, like I know you sell weight loss, but like do you have anything for weight gain? I'm always like, oh my gosh, yes, like we have this and it does this. It's so amazing. I personally do not use it because that is not what my personal goals are. But here are my friend Vanessa's results. And I just say Vanessa because she has really good results with it. But like they
but
like
to be able to say,
you know,
it's the honesty to be able to say like, I personally haven't tried that yet. Like what is something people ask me about a lot? The berry greens. To be honest, I've only tried berry greens with like hydrogen, hydrate. Like I've never tried it by themselves. So like I can say that, but I can say like, but I have tried the chocolate greens, or like if it's a weight loss products, like I actually haven't tried that before. And like sometimes I'll say because I'm nursing or something. I'm not anymore, but that's just an example. But like, my friend Danny has, and like these are her results. To be like to openly and honestly say like, I'm not really sure, but like it's just the honesty factor. Like they want to talk to people, they don't want a script.
Exactly. And then like going off of what she was saying about the cleanse, this new cleanse, I'm just going to be open and honest, I can drink it without gagging. So like I'm excited about that. Like the old cleanse, so bad, but like I still used it because it gave me amazing results. And there's an eyelash in my bed, that's fine. So but yeah, and it's just like whenever people would like ask me like about this new cleanse, I mean like I'm just honest with them. Like I was really nervous to try it. It tastes like a dehydrated lemon. I don't even know what it tastes like. It's just not good, but like I can still drink it. And like I'm just like open. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to move too fast, my laptop's dying. But like I'm just open and honest, and I'm saying like this is like what it does, and like these are my personal results. And like I'm finishing the little spiel, I guess, with like my personal results. So it's like, so I can say like, even though I don't like the taste of it, I still use it because these are the results that it gets. And like, I would choose that over not drinking something, you know what I mean? But it's just like literally just being like open and honest like that. Like that is so super important. AJ, did you have anything else you wanted to add?
No, like that was pretty much it about like the products.
Okay. Excuse me. Okay, I just pinned my own video, and if any one of y'all, I'm sorry, I'm trying not to move, have anything to add with what I'm about to word vomit onto you guys, just interrupt me, and it's totally fine, I promise. Okay, so I'm just gonna go over like everything, like this is all my notes, but I'm just gonna go over like the key points for things that like they said, and like I get chills really easily. Like when things like hit my soul, my whole body get chilly bones. So the first thing was like Morgan Martin. I don't know if it's Martin or McIntyre. She just got married. I don't remember which one it is, but Morgan, she's super amazing. She's one of Shay's really good friends, so you probably know who I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm gonna go over that. AJ, that one changed my life. She was saying how that you have to do something you've never done to get somewhere you've never been. And something that I've never been able to do is blitz someone. And I put blitz cards in my purse here in California because I don't know when, I don't know how, but by the grace of God, I'm going to blitz someone here and it's going to be successful. And something like going along with that, Sam, she's a diamond underneath Shay. She blitzed someone today at the nail salon and got $100 cash selling a pack of wraps. Literally was getting her nails done. Someone sat down next to her, blitzed her, and got $100 cash. Like, I'll take that. Thank you. You know, and it's like the little things like that. So that just like really stuck out to me because it's like, I know that there's so many things in this business I've never done. I've never thrown a wrap party or a try it, whatever you want to call them now. And like when we get home and like get settled, like I really want to like set up one and like do that. Cause like that's going to be me getting uncomfortable and coming out of my comfort zone so I can get to those places I've never been before. Cause that's out of my comfort zone. You know what I mean? So that's my little tidbit on that. And then Ashley Mayfield she just speaks to me because she's so red, and that's just like how my personality, I guess. Sorry, you have to have the mindset of the rank that you want to achieve. So something that I always did, I don't know why I stopped this because it was amazing. But like I always, like before I was going triple, like when I was double pushing triple, I told everyone and their mom I was a triple diamond. Like when we were at the airport, I'm sure AJ can attest to this. We were literally sitting at the airport and someone was like, what rank are you? And I was like, oh, I'm a triple diamond, because I literally believed in my heart that I was triple diamond. I was still like 18,000 away, but I still believed that I was a triple diamond, and I was acting.
Yeah, I never say I'm a double diamond. I always say I'm a soon to be triple diamond.
Yeah, like every time someone says like something about like my rank, I'm always like, yeah, and I'm pinching Prez, because like Prez is on its way, you know. Like I never just like, oh, I'm triple, because like I'm limiting myself at that. Granted, triple's an amazing rank, but like I want more than that, and like I want more than that, and, for like you guys.
For y'all that like are Christians, I know like some of y'all I've talked to, and I know that you are, but like the Bible literally says that like the things that you say, like your tongue speaks like life and death over things. So if you say like I'm this far from something, then like you're far. But if you say like I'm this close, then it's close. Or like if you claim like I will be a diamond, like if you're pushing for diamond, you're gonna go diamond. Like your mouth, like things that you say, I forget the actual scripture. Emily, anybody, do y'all know? But like it literally talks about like the things that you say like bring life or death to situations. I hope that y'all just followed what I said.
The Secret's on Netflix. It kind of looks like it would be a Romeo and Juliet thing. It's like an hour and a half long, and like that documentary, I guess, literally was so amazing. And it talks about that, and it talks about like the actual science behind like positive like speaking, and like how speaking positive things can like actually like literally change your whole life. And that's not just in this business, that's like your whole freaking life in general. Sorry, I'm like going through all of this. So okay, so the next one was from Julia. She's the super pretty girl that always does the really nice Instagram trainings for us. So something that she said was, so she's been going through like a lot of hard things lately, and just like life has hit her in ways that like are unexplainable. And how she was saying, and she's like, people depend on you every single day to show up. So like the days, and like she's going through like a really hard divorce, and like she is still here working her business. She's a triple diamond and she's going Prez, and she still shows up every single day because she has to. And I mean, like, just like, I mean, prime example, I am starving and I'm here on Zoom like with you guys, because even though I'm on vacation, but that doesn't matter. Like I have to show up for you guys because like you guys depend on me. And like I don't mean that in like a bad way or like anything like that, but like people depend on you every single day, whether that's your team, whether that's your children. I mean, like moms, I don't even know what that feels like, but y'all know what that feels like. And her best month was the first month. What do you mean by that, Danny?
Yeah, completely. I was trying to listen and then type too. Her life was the best month in her business, was what I was trying to get.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, that was crazy.
But like more, I
Go
just
ahead.
lost my train of thought. Dang it.
If
Can you say what you're just like what you were talking about again? Because like my mind is 4 different places, but I had something really good to say.
like Danny, she was saying like the hardest month of her life was
No,
the best
you
month.
what you said before that. Oh,
I'm
okay.
a girl, so
What were you talking about again? Like what topic?
people depend on you every single day.
Yes. Okay. So that is more. Shay was kind of talking about this. That's more than just your team. It's more than just like. It's my kids. It's literally people that I don't even know. It's people that watch me on social media and they're like, I want to do this, but I'm scared. Or I'm kind of stuck in this place, but like she's inspiring me. So like I've been trying to be personally like a little bit more open about like things that I've went through or go through. And I've gotten so many messages. Y'all are about to see me booming all these DTs because like I've gotten so many messages about what you like. No, I'm serious though. Speaking it into existence. But like people are saying like, I've been like watching you and like you really inspire me and like stuff like that. Like we affect more people than you think. Even like simple little life posts, like people are depending on you and they're waiting. So when you stop talking about it, when you stop like when you don't do the things that you need to do, like obviously it affects your team, it affects your whys, especially if your whys are like kids or your family or your parents or somebody that you want to help or people that look up to you. Like that affects more than just you. It's this huge ripple effect. Like nothing in this life is just affects you, if that makes sense.
No, yeah, and I love that you said that just because like that it's completely true. I mean, like people, and that's what I was like getting to is like it's not just you guys, I don't know how to say that. It's not just you guys depending on me. I mean, like you guys, you could probably name at least 15 people that depend on you every single day, whether that be your followers on Instagram or your friends on Facebook. I mean, like there are like people that are in and outside of this business that depend on you every single day, and like that's okay. But I mean, like even in your worst days, you have to show up for them. And like you can go ahead, Danny.
Yeah, sitting back up. Okay, to go on with like just all of that, and kind of what AJ said, like people are like waiting on you to post. I personally have like from the very beginning, like I'm a red, so Shai told me to post every day, and I was like, okay, I'm posting every day. So I'm like super consistent, and this is my full-time job, so like I have to show up. Like I cannot, like when you take a day off, you miss a week's worth of pay, and I want that week's worth of pay. But I can't even imagine like what people would do if I like just didn't post on Instagram all day because I had a bad day. Like I've never done that, but I know for a fact that there is people, whether it's like on my team, like on sidelines teams, like people that don't even know me, like would definitely like I'd probably get messages about it. So it's like it literally what AJ said, like it's a ripple effect. Like everybody that you don't think is watching you is watching you.
Yeah, there was a point in time where like I don't even know what was happening, but like I didn't like I was so minimal about like posting on my stories, and I don't think I even like did live posts those few days. And people that I didn't even know, like I don't even recall looking at their page, messaged me and was like, "Hey girl, like is everything okay?" And I was like it was kind of weird because I was kind of like I felt really watched. But one of those girls, I won't like put her out there, but one of those girls, she signed up as my DT, and like she was watching me and she was waiting, and like another girl, I think she unfollowed me, so that's fine. But it just goes to show that like people watch you and like they're like, you know, you're giving them something.
Yeah, and like I also have a personal story to go off of that. So the day that Shay did the Zoom for us, when she like cried and like poured into us literally, I had a really bad day that day. And like I had just gotten back from vacation. I was tired, I was grumpy, I had a lot to do. And like I did not post that day. For the first time since I joined this business, I did not post, minus the day that Instagram shut down because I wasn't gonna post and not get any interaction on it. But like I did not post. And like I had people on my team people like on Facebook, people I didn't even know, people within the business on other people's teams, like, hey girl, are you okay? Like, I had more people messaging me that day, making sure that I was okay than on like a normal daily basis, simply because I did not post on my wall. I had a post. I just simply did not want to put it up because it was so positive and all I could do was cry and throw a pity party. But I mean, like, it was just so funny to see like how people are like literally watching, and like, I don't mean that in like creepy way, and like, you know, it's fine. But like, I mean, like, we pour into these people every single day, and like, that's something that like we did an exercise at retreat where like people said, I keep seeing myself in the mirror right there and it low-key is freaking me out, so I'm just gonna look like this. But like, we did like an exercise where it was a picture of us, and then Shay was like, go write something like positive about them or like a tip or something like that. And almost every single person said, you inspire me with your post every single day. Yeah, like Danny has hers. And like, that literally, it made me so freaking happy that like people, like, they were saying AJ's running. So I'm sure, I don't know if she's about to say something. Yeah, like, there's AJ's, and it's just like crazy because like that, it was so amazing to see like what all these people that I had met for most of them for the first time that day, like what they had to say about me. And most of it was that I was so inspiring.
Yeah, like people that, to be honest, there was a couple people there that I've never really like talked to, and like there was like 2 people there that I was like, oh, what is your name? Like, I knew it, but like obviously I don't know them that well. And for them to like write such like kind things was so like, wow. And like, they only know me through my social media, but like it really affected me because I was like obviously like it's our team and nobody's gonna be like, I hate you, AJ, but like it was also genuine that like I tear up in the morning still, like since I got it. And it's just like crazy because they only like know me through social media. Like, I haven't really talked to a lot of these people, and they have such like kind things to say. Like, you make, like, somebody wrote like, you make me want to be a better mom. And like that like set me over the edge. Like, I was like done. Like, I was like, I can't read anymore. But like, I don't know. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. Okay, so the next thing AJ talked something over that Nicole Manzoli did, which is be a product of the product. So I'm not going to go over that because we just did. But Sherilyn Alcala, she gave us like 4 really big tips about like, I don't want to say like, I don't remember like the exact reasoning, but y'all will understand like the 4 tips like once I say them. But if I'm going to try to write them down and talk at the same time. But the first one is, like, you have to see it. It's like, you have to, like, see the vision and, like, see yourself as, like, I'm just going to speak for myself, but, like, see myself as a presidential diamond and, like, see myself opening that paycheck. I'm going to cry. See myself, like, I mean, like, I'm going to have, like, my first VIP on my team. And, like, I hope I have more by the time I'm presidential. But, I mean, like, it's just crazy because, like, I'm going to be able to see, like, AJ like open her first 5-figure paycheck and like things like that. But it's like, you have to like see that vision of yourself being that person, and then you have to write it down. And the next one is believing it. So that says believe. We're gonna act like.
Sorry, wait. About that one. So they also talked about like, if you don't see it, it's possible for you to get to the next rank. But she said like, I'm gonna use like emerald to diamond for an example. You can be in an emerald mindset and put in the work and put in the volume to get to a diamond, but because you're at an emerald mindset, you will not maintain. Like, you might maintain the first month, but like, you're going to go back down because your mindset is still in emerald. You have to see yourself and like level up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then, so the next one is like believing it. And like, this business, like, I'm sure like most of you guys know by now, this business is 90% mental. Like, if you are not in a good mindset, like, I don't want to say like for the day, but I mean, like, if your mindset is not there, your business is not there. And like, I did not realize how important this was until after I was diamond. And like, I honestly, even going double, and like, now it's like so funny because like I realize I understand the importance of personal development more and more every single day. Because like I noticed like I kind of had a little attitude this weekend. I was like, what's going on? Well, I hadn't done personal development since Thursday morning. So like from Thursday to Sunday, I had not poured into myself. Granted, I was at retreat, so there were people pouring into me, but I hadn't been able to focus on those personal things that I have to grow on. And like, it literally was getting me back into this old selfish, terrible person mindset that I was because I wasn't able to pour into myself.
Yeah, in personal development, I've had a couple girls on my team say like, well, I just don't like to listen to podcasts, or I don't like to read. It can be whatever you need it to be. Like whatever, even if it's like, I feel like shit today and I need to call my leader, because like that can happen too. And especially like me, I'm so yellow, like I'll love on you all day. But like for me personally, like it's scripture and it's like reading my Bible and it's doing that sort of thing. Like I think Shy likes podcasts. There's a lot of girls that like books, but
Yeah,
whatever
like
it
I don't like
takes
to read.
to fill your
I'm not
cup.
even gonna lie to you guys. I don't want to freaking read, but I can listen to a podcast all day long. And like a podcast, but like it's like an audible. Like it's a book that's being read to me because I don't want to take the time out of my day to read a book. I need to, and there are certain books that I am going to like sit down and like physically read, but for the majority of the time I'm on Audible listening to listening to a book just because I don't want to read, you know? So I mean like
But
yeah.
more than that, like you genuinely like you want to be happy and you want to be healthy and you want people to see that like I know myself and I know like a couple other leaders, like we used to like have these months where like we pushed so hard that we were miserable, and our friends and our family saw that. And I think all of us, when we started doing personal development, it changed so much because like our teams were happier, we were happier, people saw that we were happy, and it wasn't like, oh, like it work stresses her out type of thing. Like Shay opened up and she was like, my dad like at one point was, I think she just said that like she was just like really stressed and snippy.
It was whenever she was going triple, and she was literally a devil. She was so mean. But I mean, like she
and
was
like you don't want that. Like you want people to see that like you're happy and you're thriving and you're making money and you're doing it, girl. Like you don't want to be, and just for yourself. Nobody wants to be.
Yeah, and like something like to go along with that as well. Like, because whenever I was like going triple, like triple is a hard promotion, you guys. Like I literally busted my rear end for 6 months going triple. Like it was hard. It took a lot out of me. At the same time, I wasn't pouring into myself. So I literally was working for the person that like wasn't doing personal development. And like towards the end of my promotion, I mean, from the 20th until AJ, when did we promote? Like the 28th or 29th? I don't remember because I blacked out. But whatever
29.
day it was. Yeah, okay, so it was the 29th. So from the 20th to the 29th, which is 9 days, I did not shower. I barely ate. I was a literal C word. I'm not going to say that because it's about to go on YouTube. I was so mean. I don't know how Jeremy didn't leave me, probably because he loves me. He knows that I'm not that way normally. But like I was literally the devil, and like that promotion brought the worst out of me. But like I don't mean to say that to like scare you guys, but I mean like I know now that I don't have to do that to myself to promote. Like that was so dumb. Like obviously now like I'm thankful that I did it so I can like see what I did wrong to show you guys that like you don't have to not eat and not sleep for a week and a half to promote, because like saying that out loud makes me want to like jump off this bed. But like that's just so stupid. But I mean, like, y'all, I hope you guys understand what I mean. But I mean, like, you don't have to kill yourself to promote. And like something that like I thought was like so like funny, I guess, because like I was up until like 4 or 5 in the morning and I would sleep until 7. And that's what I did. And I would post that I was up at 4 in the morning working. Who is going to join my freaking team if I'm up at 4:50 in the morning drinking a cup of coffee? Would any of you guys have joined me? No. Like, that's no. I'm like, no thanks, I'll choose sleep, you know? And so it's just like I could go on forever about that, but it's just like I don't even know where we were going with that just like turned into a whole different tangent. But it's just like you don't have to like, and then I just lost my train of thought. Do y'all understand what I mean? AJ, if you have anything you want to add, you can, but y'all understand what I mean. That literally just like whoop, it's fine. Okay, and then oh god, that scared me. I just have like 3 more things I want to say, so I hope that doesn't take 15 minutes, but knowing me, it probably will. So the next thing is from Kelsey Thornton, and she's ambassador. Yeah, she went ambassador. So one thing, or she actually said 2 things. Her whole video was amazing. But your eyes are your thermostat, and if any of you guys like know, like remember this, like you can like jump in and like add on with it. But like whenever she said like your eyes are your thermostat, like my head just like started like literally running, because like what you see is like, I don't know if that like makes sense, but like I don't know how she explained it to me was like literally so amazing. But AJ, go ahead.
Yeah.
I saw
Let me
you.
gather my thought. Yeah, like I know like how she explained it. So I'm sorry. Okay, so say like you are pushing for diamond right now, and you have to set your eyes on diamond, and say like what's y'all's ideal temp? Like mine's like 64, but I know that's not normal. So let's say like 68, 70. Okay, so 70 is like you're comfortable. So focus on diamond. Diamond is 70. Diamond, you're in a good place. You're pushing, you're motivated, you're doing personal development, doing all the things. And then tomorrow there's a kitchen and there's a kitchen in your fire. There's a fire in your kitchen. Awful, terrible, awful. So now a life event happened and now you're down to like 40 because that's just drastic. You have to be able to set yourself, I think she said like the thermostat, like it will work the house back up to 70, if that makes sense. You have to be able to do that. And like say like something like really, really good happens. I think she put like the promotion. And so now like you're even higher, you're at 100 because that was great, but you have to be able to level back down to 70 without saying, shoot, I was just at 100 and now I'm at 70. All right, is that making sense to y'all? I'm kind of so visual. So basically be like the thermostat of your house and always be able to like fluctuate. Like when bad things happen, be able to fill your cup and like raise back up to where you need to be. And when really good things happen, always know that like this is great and like life has highs and lows, but you have to have like a happy medium. It's not always going to be promotion season. You're not always going to sign 1 million customers a month, and neither is your team. But know that like if we sign X amount, this is good and we're doing good and we're making progress. And even if you sign 15, know that 15 that month, next month you're back to your happy medium. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. And I'm glad that you explained that over me because that would have been an absolute train wreck. And then the next one, she gave like a lot of analogies, and it was like her next one was like bamboo. And I know Ellie talked about this on Shay's Team Zoom, so I'm not going to go too far in depth in it. But basically, bamboo takes 5 years to fully grow, but 4 of the years it's underground. Babe, don't crinkle that. He still crinkles it. Okay, yeah. So like if it takes like 5 years for bamboo to like fully grow and like 4 of them are underground, like I just like I don't know. Like literally right there just like literally changed everything.
So yeah.
But,
And then once it's at 5 years in an adult bamboo, 4 years of that it's underground. So when it pops through, it only takes a year for it to be full height. And that's basically promotion seasons. Like honestly, y'all, once you hit diamond, you've worked yourself like so much like mentally that you're gonna soar, if that makes sense.
yeah, it does. And I like that. This is why I can't just talk because I don't remember everything. But okay, so the next one is from the Duns, and this one was so amazing. And this one was the ice cube analogy. So I kind of took this a different way than how Shay explained it on her Team Zoom. So if Danny or AJ, if either one of y'all took it the way that Shay explained it, then jump in and like get the other half of it, because I didn't get it like this. So one thing that they were talking about was being a leader ladder and being like able to like I'm just going to call on AJ. AJ is going to climb this ladder of becoming a leader, and she is going to be a ladder extender and extend that ladder to Beatrice. And Beatrice is then going to climb that ladder, and then she's going to then extend that to Brittany. And just like, you get my drift. So it's just like being able to like climb up the ladder, extend it, and then like spread the ladder down. And that's layered leadership, which is so super important. And then they got into the ice cube analogy. So
what she was saying there,
yeah,
I know my mind, I only know this because I was there, but basically it's like, so like Danny's on my team. So like if I'm like, Danny, this is what I learned at retreat and I'm so excited and I'm so motivated and like this is such a good tip, then Danny is like, okay, cool, I got that. That makes sense. And she delays that to her team. And it's like, did you ever play that game with like the little cups when you were a kid and like you whispered in a cup and somebody could hear it? It's kind of like that. But if you don't do what you need to do, like if I go to retreat and I'm like, okay, yeah, that was great and I got all the tips, but then I don't call Danny and I don't say, Danny, like this is what we're doing now and like this is gonna like take us to the next level, it's never gonna get relayed down to everybody else, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like if we took all these tips and kept them to ourselves, what would we be doing for any of us? Like, we wouldn't even be helping ourselves at that point, you know? So it's just like the information that like we share, like if you see someone like a sideline, someone on your team, even an upline, if they're not on this, like relay that information. Like I know like when I first got started like this, like these are my notes for this Zoom, but like I had a full piece of paper of notes and I would send them in the team page, send them in the team chat for people. Granted, I am really green, but for people that like weren't there, I wasn't just gonna like keep that information to myself. Like granted, yeah, they can go watch the recording, but they can also watch the recording and have notes for it at the same time. So
yeah, but that also goes the reverse way. So like if I am not doing what I need to do for my business and I am in a negative funk, and then I call up my girl Jordan and like that rubs off on Jordan, then that rubs off on her team. Like you set the pace for your team.
exactly, yeah. Okay, so then going into the ice cube, this is how I took it. So they were talking about how what is it called? Like the freezing point, I guess, of an ice cube is like 32 degrees. So like you put an ice cube in a pot of water, you know what I mean, in water that's 27 degrees. So from 27 to 28, I forgot how to count, 29, 30, and 31, nothing happens to that ice cube. Like it's just chilling. And then like after it hits like 32, this is how I took it, and I don't think this is how I was supposed to take it, but I don't know. So basically after it hit that freezing point, it is then going to start melting because it's not being frozen anymore. So like this ice cube that was like Lonesome Rider, it's at 32 degrees and it starts melting, and it starts melt in the melting pot, which like I know that was like a high school reference, but like then like all of that is like melting down into the team, which is the same thing as being like a ladder, like that whole thing. And so like I don't know, that just like meant a lot to me because it's like right now, like you have no idea what number you are, you know, like I could be at 32 degrees right now. Like I have no idea, but like, what if you were at 31 degrees and it was just one more thing that you did, one more day of you busting your butt and you hit that 32 degree mark, but instead the day before you texted your enroller and said you didn't want to do this anymore. And then right then the next day you would have hit that mark. You would have signed your next diamond. She would have gone diamond in 30 days. You know what I mean? So it's like we all understand that like this business can get hard sometimes. And like how AJ was saying, like it's an up and down, like thermostat. Yeah, that's fine. But it's like you have no idea like what degree you're at right now. So like if you're at like a negative place and like you're putting that like you're calling it a negative place, because I mean like that's all like your mindset about it. But like if you're at that like negative place in your business and you decide like you don't want to do this tomorrow, but if you would have kept going that whole day, and then you would have hit the 32 degree mark. You see what I'm saying? So like I don't know, that just like changed a lot for me, because I mean like there's been days in my business where I'm like, I'm not meant for this, like I went triple and that's like where I'm gonna be. Like, I can't do this. I'm not a good leader. And I put all these like limiting beliefs on myself that like are so not true. But if I like, because I keep pushing and like I keep pushing, I know I'm in at least the 30s of this degree. And then it's the more that I keep pushing, I'm going to hit 32, and then everything is just going to flow and it's going to make sense for everyone. Because like that's just what we have to do as leaders. So yeah. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, Danny, you can go off of that.
I mean, it's basically like I took it the same way. Like, I didn't think about like the trickle effect, but I just thought about it as like when you get to the 32 mark, like that's when like I just keep thinking about like a promotion. Like I am pushing for double diamond. I went diamond in April, and I said I wanted to go double in what's the month after April? May. And I said I wanted to go double diamond in June and this month, like, and I missed it. But that doesn't mean, like, I think of it as my thermostat. I'm like, I'm doing all of the work I have to be doing. Yeah, I missed it, but I could literally be right there. And next month, like, I'm hoping next month is the month that, like, that's a 32 mark. My team has massive growth, and, like, everything happens. Promotions start flowing in. And, like, I keep thinking about the fact that, like, the end of the year is coming, and I'm just trying to keep in my head that Cheyenne Knox went presidential diamond in October, and it's only going to be August. Like, we have so much coming, and like, you literally could be at like 29, 30, 31, and you just have to get past, like, just keep going, and then 32, like, it's just going to explode, like, with growth.
And then, like,
Yeah,
going
and,
along
like,
with that,
also-
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. Also, I thought about like following up with people, and even one of the things that I was just thinking about was like one of my first enrolled DTs, she quit, and she hasn't been working for a while. But even when she quit, like, she is basically set up for double diamond. And she said, like, I don't want to do this. And like, she's back and forth. And I text her. I think I sent Shy a screenshot today, and like, there was like all these times that I've messaged her. But today she responded. And so you don't know like how many times it's going to take a following up. And like, obviously I wasn't like, hey, are you coming back? Like, it was like a genuine, like, you can do this type of thing. But like, maybe that customer like needs one more time for you to follow up, and you're just that close, and then you give up on them and they sign up with somebody else. And if I wouldn't have texted, I'm going to call her Sue today, she may have never came back. So.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, so the last thing I want to go over is, because I know where it's like about to be 10 o'clock, is something that Pam Souter shared, and it's sharing your story at least 10 times a day. So this doesn't have to be a live post 10 times a day. Please don't do that, because that's not good. I mean, honestly, but it's just like literally sharing a part of your story 10 times a day. So I'm going to like my Instagram to show you guys. So I posted today about me being in California. Then I'm just going back to at least today. This morning I posted that I was at Love Field. So they obviously know I'm traveling somewhere. That's not with Monopoly money. So then the next one, I'm still at Love Field, which is the airport, if y'all don't know what that is. Then we're on the plane. And then I landed in California. And then I'm eating at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. And then I'm now in Santa Barbara. So, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I, like, posted my life, but I'm sharing, like, they know, like, regardless of, like, how long these people have been following me, and, like, this, like, kind of goes, like, two ways. If they followed me today and they see that I'm traveling, they want to know, why is it Tuesday? And why is this girl that's my age traveling to freaking from Dallas to California, you know, like with her boyfriend and one of her best friends? Like, people our age just don't do that. And then, like, going along with that, if they have been following me, they can see, like, holy crap, this girl just went on a week-long vacation to Florida. She literally just got back, and then she went on a vacation to Dallas and got to be at a pool with a bunch of her friends, and now she's in California. Like, I have to do what she's doing because obviously something's working.
It doesn't have to be big things like that. So, like, I signed a DT today. Some of y'all know that I'm really belly to belly. Like, I really love talking to people, like, in person. I don't like blitz for products, but as far as like telling them about like my life and what it's done, my DT that I signed today was from sharing a little piece of my story. She literally asked me one day, I was like on my iPad, like planning my next post, and she was like, that's so cool. Like, what app is that? And so she opened that door, and I was like, oh, it's like how I plan my posts. And she was like, that's your Instagram? Like, it's really cute. And I was like, yeah, like, I work from my phone. So, like, really simple, really like, oh my God, I make this much money. I didn't do that. I let her open the door. She signed up today just because I was willing to share little pieces of like what I do and what it's done for me.
Yeah. And like going along with that, because I was getting to that, because I mean, like it doesn't, like, exactly shit. It doesn't have to be traveling literally from Florida to California in a week and a half. Like, it doesn't have to be something that big. It can literally be going to buy groceries. It can literally be a picture of you going to the post office on the middle of a Monday, you know, like, it doesn't have to be these like big extravagant things. If you paid a bill early, take a picture of you in the confirmation saying, like, thanks, like, I got to pay a bill however many days early. And like, that's what we were able to do with our rent. And now that I just said that, I forgot to say something about it. Like, I got to pay my rent 4 days early because of this. And I don't have to say, like, because of it works. I mean, like, obviously I can, but like, at the same time, they know why. Like, I don't have to say it. They know why I paid my rent 4 days early. You know what I mean? So it's just sharing your story at least 10 times per day. And that can be in person. Like, if you talk to, like, for AJ, she talked to that girl in person. That's her one for the day. And I mean, it's just like things like that. And it's just like sharing it at least 10 times a day. And obviously coming from Pam, it means something special. So that's kind of my tidbit on that. If you guys have anything else you want to share, please do. Have any questions, put them in the chat. But it has been an hour, so I'm going to leave that door up to you guys if you want to keep going. Okay, they both shook their heads no. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and